fuck was that? Hey everyone, welcome to another ranking, and welcome to a very different, very obscure, very abstract, yeah, I'm fucking with you, a very different ranking. This is not a ranking of any movies or TV shows. This is a ranking of a game show, a YouTube game show that I personally have been a part of, which is called Rotten or Fresh. Rotten or Fresh is on my main man, Ryan O'Toole's channel, who is a movie reviewer on YouTube. He and his brother Cody made this game show called Rotten or Fresh. It's a game show centered on Rotten Tomatoes scores and stuff, and many YouTubers have been a part of it. Season 1 just ended, and I thought I'd do a ranking of all the episodes. There are 6 episodes of Rotten or Fresh so far. Season 2 is starting up in the next little bit, so I'm very excited about that, but I thought I'd rank my favorite episodes. I'd rank all 6, but from my least favorite to my favorite, and I have personally been a part of this show. I've been on 2 episodes, so I will try my best not to be too biased and stuff, because again, I've been a part of this show. I know this show very well. I've seen every episode like 4 or 5 times, so I think I know this game show rather well and stuff. And again, if you haven't seen this game show yet, please check it out on Ryan O'Toole's channel. It is a fantastic, such a fun game show. It is a lot of fun, has a lot of great people on it, and just, I absolutely love it. I absolutely adore it. And I want to show the game show love. I want to show Ryan O'Toole some love. I want to show all the people who've been on it some love by giving my ranking of all the episodes from my least favorite to my favorite. So yeah, this is for you, Ryan. This is for you, everybody that has been a part of Rotten or Fresh. Here's my ranking of all the Rotten or Fresh episodes from my least favorite to my favorite. Alright, let's stop fucking around. Let's get to my ranking. Alright, coming in number 6 is episode 2 of Rotten or Fresh. Yes, this had Cedric Purcell, Tyler Tompkins, it had my man Cody Curtis and stuff, it had Jeff from Jeffito's Movie Blog. This was still a great episode. There is not a single bad episode of Rotten or Fresh. The reason it's my least favorite episode, oh, my 6th favorite, it's least favorite, but the reason it is because it's a little rushed, mostly because of Tyler Tompkins, because he's such a damn good player and stuff, and basically he beat all these players via TKO, which was pretty cool to see and stuff, the first TKO in the very second episode. But because he TKO'd them, the episode wasn't as long. We didn't get to see anyone go to the finals, to do the final round and stuff. There was not much tension in the episode because the whole episode was just Tyler Tompkins kicking some serious ass, which is, as entertaining as that is, there's not much stakes to it and stuff, and again, it didn't have any tension whatsoever, so that was my main issue with it. It's no one's fault, it's just Tyler Tompkins studied his goddamn ass off and stuff, and yeah. There was also some tweaking they needed with the show, but again, it's just its second episode and stuff. The episode was still really good. All the players did a really good job. Cody Curtis was still really good. He really showed his game in another episode, which I'll get to, but episode 2 is my least favorite, but it's still a really good episode with a really good performance by Tyler Tompkins, but again, it was a little rushed, it was a little short, it didn't have much tension. That's why it's my least favorite, but still, it's a great episode. Coming in number 5 is episode 1 of Rotten or Fresh. I know this is the most viewed episode of Rotten or Fresh because it's the first episode, and I love it because it is the first episode of Rotten or Fresh. It introduced the world to Rotten or Fresh, so of course it should be a lot of people's favorites and stuff. It's a great episode. It has 4 great contenders. It has Adam Daly, yes, hashtag evolution, Mr. Adam Daly. Adam Daly from Almost Sideways, Cody Leach, Sean Chandler, Matthew V. Haynes, all did a great job, all very entertaining. And yeah, there were some really difficult questions, and again, it introduced us to Rotten or Fresh, and it was a very entertaining, very enjoyable episode. The biggest problem I have with Rotten or Fresh episode 1 is I'm glad they changed it in episode 2, but they put the scores on the screen. And I hated that they did that. I'm glad Ryan and Cody fixed that, but in the first episode, when he asks the questions and like even in the first round, like what's the score of this movie and stuff, he put the score on the screen, which I did not like, because how are players supposed to play along with the game if you're showing them the Rotten Tomatoes score? So it didn't make it as fun to watch if we already knew the score. So I'm glad he got rid of that in episode 2, and he never again put that on in the game shows and stuff, because I just did not like that. I hated that he did that. I'm glad he fixed that mistake and stuff. And again, there was still a little tweaking he needed to do with the episode. But this is the pilot. This was the pilot episode of Rotten or Fresh. It was still a great episode. It had a lot of tension because him and Cody Leach, Sean Chandler and Cody Leach went to the finals. It went to sudden death, and yeah, and Sean Chandler did win, and he did a very good job. He was a really strong contender. Sean Chandler always wins. Like, he's the masters of movie trivia for a good reason stuff. He knows his shit and everything. And yeah, episode 1 was a really great episode. It just needed a little tweaking, and it needed to get rid of those scores and stuff. But it was still a good episode, a more entertaining episode than episode 2. But it just needed a little more tweaking and stuff. And I thank God they changed that in later episodes. But yeah, still episode 1, great episode. Still love it. Coming in number 4 is, funny enough, episode 4 of Rotten or Fresh. Yes, this had Griffin from Men vs. Movies, Rachel Wagner, Al Seward, and, oh my god, who the hell else was on it? Anthony DeJouro from Silver Screen Analysis. Yes, all 4 great contenders and stuff, and this game was mostly Rachel and Griffin going one-on-one with each other. I honestly thought Rachel had this in the bag. I thought she was going to destroy this game, but Griffin just came out of nowhere and kicked some serious fucking ass, man. Yeah, he's a hell of a player, Griffin. This was a great episode. Again, the tweaking was all fixed and stuff. It was so entertaining to watch. I loved playing along with this episode. I got actually a lot of questions right. I should have done a play along, but I never did. But yeah, it was such a fun episode. It was just really enjoyable seeing the personalities of Griffin and Anthony DeJouro, Al Seward, and stuff. It was just an entertaining episode. I didn't really have any flaws with the episode, but the only reason it's not like number 1, 2, or 3 is that I kind of saw it coming by the final round. When the finals hit, I knew Griffin had it. When the game started, I thought Rachel was going to win. But by the finals, when they're going into the final round, I'm like, Griffin's got this. He's got the game and stuff. So it didn't have as much tension in this episode and stuff. And yeah, that's basically it. It just, the other 3 that I'm about to talk about, there's a lot more tension and there's a lot more funny moments in those episodes. But this is just a great episode. There's no problems with it. It had great players. It was a lot of fun to watch. Just a really fun episode. Coming in number 3 is Rotten or Fresh, episode 3. Yeah, motherfuckers, this is with me. Yay, me. Every episode with me is the best episode. I'm kidding. I just fuck with you guys. Again, I'm trying not to be biased. That's why I didn't put all the episodes with me at number 1 and number 2, because that's bullshit. It's not true. Episode 3 is a good episode. I know this from personal experience because I was in this episode with great players. I was in this episode with Zach the Deadpool Pope. I was with Durbin from Durbania, and of course, Darnell, the Neezy channel. So funny. Such a great guy. This was a great episode. It was funny talking with these guys before the episode started and stuff. I don't know how many times I asked for a bathroom break and Ryan O'Toole didn't give it to me. I'm fucking with you. This was just such a great episode. I was getting my ass handed to me in the first round. I thought I was gonna choke badly, but thank God I steadied Julia Roberts and I came back in the second round stuff. And of course, this is the episode that introduced the 1 goddamn percent, motherfuckers. Yes, this introduced my famous slogan from the show, 1 goddamn percent. I'll get to why I say 1 goddamn percent, but this is just a great episode. Zach Pope, hell of a damn, like, he is such a good player. He was whooping the shit out of all 3 of us in the first round. He knew these fucking answers. I was 1% off on the first question, by the way. Alice in Wonderland was 52%. I said 51. 1% in the first fucking round, the first fucking question. But still, Zach Pope, man, he is a monster at this game, man. I think, I caught up in the second round, and the second round was probably the funniest round because a lot of funny lines were said. One by me because I was off again by 1%. I guessed Scott Pilgrim. I said 82%. But it was 81, and I'm like, oh, fuck me up the ass. Very funny line. One of my favorite funny lines is from the Neezy channel, freaking Darnell. It's when Zach Pope was asked, what is the highest score of a January movie of 2017? And Zach rightfully said Split, because what else would it fucking be? And he got it wrong, and he passed it to Darnell, and Darnell's like, the bye-bye man? Really funny answer. That was killing me. I was almost dying of laughter when he said that. It was The Founder, even though The Founder came out in December, but it had a wider release in January, so I guess that counts and stuff. Another funny, very funny line by the Neezy channel is when we had a list of the Julianne Moore movies, and he said Pitch Perfect. That was funny. That was hilarious. And of course, what makes this a really great episode was the final round, when me and Zach Pope were going head-to-head with each other, and Zach missed his 5-point question, and we both went to sudden death. Sudden death! And this is I don't think you'll ever get a more closer match. The sudden death, me and Zach were tied, and we had to add, and the question that was asked for us was, what is the Rotten Tomatoes score of Knocked Up? I said 90%, Zach Pope said 89. That's how close we were. 89, 90, and Zach Pope was right. I was off by 1 goddamn percent, and that's what made Zach the victory. Made him the champion of episode 3 and stuff. I was off by 1%. It doesn't get any closer than that. We both go to sudden death, and he beats me by 1%. It will never be that close ever in Rotten Fresh history. That's why I love this episode so much. Not because I just have a personal attachment, because I love these players and stuff, and we had such a fun time filming it, but that sudden death round was so freaking intense. So how do you beat episode 3? Episode 3 is a great episode. Well, these other two are slightly better, and I'll get to tell you why. Let's get to it. Coming in number 2 is the championship. Yes, the championship round of Rotten or Fresh that had Griffin from Men vs. Movies, Zach the Deadpool Pope, Sean Chandler, and of course, the TKO man, Tyler Tompkins. This just aired literally, I think, like a week ago and stuff. I'm a little disappointed, actually, that a lot of people have not reviewed this video yet, because the championship was so good, so intense. I had no idea who was going to win. Had no idea. I was on the edge of my seat the whole freaking game. It was a great episode. The editing was really sharp. Good job, Cody. And just, I loved it. I loved these players. I loved a lot of the jokes, the smack talk. The opening montage with Zach dressing up as Deadpool. Really freaking funny. It was a great episode. I have no idea why people aren't loving this episode and stuff, but oh well. This is a great episode. I freaking loved it. The stakes were so much high. Were so freaking high. I had no idea who was gonna win. A lot of the questions were really freaking difficult and stuff, and yeah, poor Sean Chandler. Sean Chandler got last place in this episode. My God, he was hilarious though. He if we're going by just straight comedic value, Sean Chandler was like one of my favorites this episode. He was, I was dying. Almost like every joke he was saying was so friggin' funny. Especially like the first question of the Francis Ford Coppola. It was like in the heart of something. He's like, great film. Love it. Seen it many times. It's so funny. Even when he gets the Harley Quinn and Batman question and he flips his shit about the score, freaking laughing. It was so freaking funny. Sean Chandler was such a good sport and stuff, and freaking loved him this episode. He was hilarious. And of course, the final match was between Zach Pope and Griffin, and it was intense. It was really intense. I had no idea who was going to win. I actually thought Griffin might have had it, because he did such an amazing job in the second round. He was so freaking good. And yeah, I'm like, is my man Zach Pope gonna beat him? But I didn't know, because I'm like, he's playing a hell of a game. I think Griffin might actually be the champion. But Zach pulled it off right at the ending. Yes, when he got the easy A, the 1 goddamn percent, he was 1 goddamn percent off, and he said higher, it was 85%, and he got it right. And Zach Pope was the victor. He was the champion. Yes, Zach Pope is now the Rotten or Fresh champion. I don't know what they're going to do for Season 2 and stuff. I don't know if maybe halfway point someone will take on Zach for the championship, or maybe in next year of December they'll take on Zach Pope for the championship. I don't know what Ryan and Cody are going to do, what they're going to do for the championship, but as of now, Zach the Deadpool Pope is the champion in a really great episode, and very well deserved. I do think to myself, and it does keep me up at night, what if I beat Zach Pope in episode 3? Would I be the champion? Probably. Just kidding. Zach, you're a good man, you're a good buddy, and congratulations on being the Round of Fresh champion. The championship round was such a great episode, and of course a lot of people are like, oh, isn't that the best episode? It might be to some, but it's not my favorite. This is my favorite. Let's get to it. And my number one favorite Rotten or Fresh episode is the Redemption Round. Yes, the Redemption episode, episode 5. Best episode ever, favorite episode. Again, I'm trying not to be biased because yes, I'm a part of this episode. It was so freaking good. This had Matthew V. Haynes, Rachel Wagner, Jeff. It had me, yours truly. It had Cody Curtis. It had the villain himself, Adam Daly from Almost Sideways and stuff. Really great. And yes, it had 2 great characters episode. It had 1% Jay Vaders and the villain, Adam Daly. Really great personalities this episode. The opening was so good. How Cody put that opening together, us all doing smack talk at each other, was so freaking funny, so freaking enjoyable. There's just so much shit that went down this episode. Even like behind the scenes that you guys didn't get to see was so freaking funny. We were just laughing our asses off this whole episode. This episode was the most fun thing I ever did. It's probably the funnest collaboration I ever did. Meeting all these people, having a blast with them. That also makes it, yeah, also kind of my favorite because I just had so much fun with it and everything. It was just so freaking funny and stuff. Even like with Cody and the Star Wars question. I think he told you about it in his live stream. Really funny shit. Cody, did you watch Star Wars yet? Yeah, this time Cody O'Toole was the host instead of Ryan, and he did a great job, and this episode was just so freaking good. Yes, once again, I went to the finals, and I lost again. Runner-up, once again, Jay, runner-up, fucking Vaders. Cody Curtis ended up beating me. This was a great match, though. There's a lot of funny jokes. Said by me, yes, and said by a lot of players and stuff. I loved Adam Daly as the villain and stuff, and I love when Adam lost in round 3, and he's just like, this would have never happened if Ryan was hosting and shit. He was just so freaking angry, so freaking great. It was like watching John Roca, the Outlaw. It was just so funny. This episode was just so freaking intense, so freaking enjoyable. It was the most fun I ever had in a collaboration with people. It was just an utter blast, and I think it is hands down, the best episode of Rotten or Fresh so far. So yeah, that was my ranking of all the episodes of Rotten or Fresh so far. That was for Season 1. I'll do it again next season for Season 2. I'm looking forward to Season 2. Once again, Ryan O'Toole, Cody O'Toole, you guys made a great show. I'm excited for Season 2, and I'm excited to one day return. Yes, 1% is coming back, and I'm coming back for the fucking championship. No more runner-up for this motherfucker. Anyways, great show. I loved doing this ranking, and yeah, I hope you all enjoyed it. And if you haven't watched this show yet, check it out. It is so freaking fun. Especially if you love movies and you love fucking Rotten Tomatoes. Who doesn't love Rotten Tomatoes? I love eating Rotten Tomatoes. No, I don't. I hate it. It's disgusting. Fuck that shit. Anyways, great episode, great show, great season. Excited for Season 2. So yeah, that was my ranking of all the episodes of Rotten or Fresh. And if you guys have seen this show, if you've watched every episode, what are your favorite episodes of Rotten or Fresh? What is your favorite episode? What episode was the most fun, the most entertaining episode? Give me your thoughts and opinions on the show. Comment below. Let me know. And as always, if you like this video, please like, subscribe to this channel, and join the dark side.